Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. To set the stage for our discussion of XRP, I must first bring up the Nasdaq REIT filing for the BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF, which lists Coinbase as its surveillance partner. Therefore, iShares Bitcoin Trust, a spot Bitcoin ETF managed by BlackRock, resubmitted a 19V-4 form to Nasdaq. In your opinion, how many of you think this is beneficial to the crypto community? Since at the moment Bitcoin maxis are all in a tizzy over this. Again, they're demanding a Bitcoin worth $1 million. But this is one area in which Gary might prove to be correct. Although the SEC has not yet given its blessing to a spot Bitcoin, ETF plans may gain traction from the agency, despite the agency's frequent citation of concerns over fraud and market manipulation. When looking at previous requests for funding, is it your firm belief that if BlackRock were in control of Bitcoin, the market would be free of manipulation? BlackRock will ultimately triumph, making it impossible for individual investors to profit from Bitcoin, but this development is yet wild. And in my perspective, right now we have XRP, which is being prepared for use by large institutions around the world, and on the other hand, you have CBDCs, all the buzz right now, and then suddenly BlackRock files for a Bitcoin ETF. Why now, exactly? I believe this is due to the fact that BlackRock is Christine Lagarde's much-discussed Trojan horse in the Bitcoin context. To seize control of Bitcoin, BlackRock has arrived. In my view, that is. David Schwartz, if you have a piece of glacier, please share it with me in the comments section below. This photo is currently the topic of much conversation. It has been said that melted glacier turns into black rock. David is, therefore, establishing a connection between BlackRock and XRP. At least I know it will keep the wrestlers content for the next couple of months. The answer is crypto after the imposter withdrew $30,000 using a phony ID. JP Morgan Chase refused to repay the consumer. WSP-TV in Atlanta, Georgia, reports that a distraught man named Justin Lee lost $30,000 when an imposter using fake ID and a false social security number convinced a Chase bank to give him the money. For the past 12 months, Lee has worked tirelessly to reclaim his property. Crypto will be able to resolve the issue. It's the year 2023, JP Morgan Chase is a big enough bank, they should be able to afford to make this person whole. In light of this change, financial institutions must ensure they can submit messages in accordance with the new ISO 222 Global Financial Messaging Standard. ISO, however, was always meaningless. But I think it's important to highlight the emphasis placed on round-the-clock banking services. The banking industry currently operates on a Monday through Friday schedule. They will need policies in place to deal with the fact that liquidity management occurs during the wee hours of the morning. I think it's a great idea to let your consumers conduct their banking at all hours of the night, because they will. Well, at first Fednow will only allow banks to collect payments. Users of cassette tapes will be able to verify their identities using only their phone numbers and emails, similar to how Venmo works now. The send endpoint requires additional effort since it must provide a means for customers, both individual and institutional, to begin a real-time payment. That requires them to include the feature into their online and mobile platforms. You must have the option to activate that feature or upgrade your product. In the interest of customers, the procedure could not be simpler. Once a financial services provider implements this feature, customers who want instantaneous payment options for retail purchases or mortgage payments will need to download an app. That's actually a major complaint many people have about banking. On Fridays, your payment won't be processed if you make a purchase till Sunday night, or occasionally Monday. People would love the ability to go shopping and have their money dispensed promptly. The bank's clientele would likely increase. Banks will need to solve for real-time liquidity via the Fed, which is why I will never trust them again. The issue of liquidity may now arise. That's why it makes sense that Volante, a Ripple partner and Fednow service provider, is partnering with Fednow, which uses Ripple's technology and XRP for on-demand liquidity. Since Volante's platform is integrated with Ripple plus Volante selected for US Fed wire service provider in the cloud, the company claims that XRP can be used by its clients. All the connections are there in plain sight, as I mentioned. And I doubt that this increase in value will happen very soon. It will probably happen slowly, in my opinion. And eventually, out of nowhere, the value of your XRP will rise. And you won't be able to figure out why. And it's likely that the Fed connection will be strengthened. And it's not simply being fed anymore. It's not just the Bank of England, the Federal Reserve, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority that have worked with Ripple on domestic payments and updates, other banks have joined in as well. Suddenly, the volume of transactions will increase, driving up the cost of 1 unit of XRP. At the same time, everyone will have to face the music because they dismissed ISO 222 conformity as unimportant. However, that's not all you're about to learn. Additionally, XDC will be included. Everything we've discussed over the past year or so will start to make sense once XLM is fully implemented, and you'll think to yourself, I should have been buying more of XDC, I should have been stacking some XLM while still holding my XRP. Because diversification is key, the future of passive income will feature a variety of opportunities across a variety of networks. That's why I always bring up the concept. Not that I was advocating a blanket ban on XRP purchases. XRP is a fantastic cryptocurrency because it has many useful features. When it comes to international transactions, it's hard to imagine a better crypto than this one. However, it's essential to broaden your horizons in order to broaden your future alternatives. Here's what it boils down to, as articulated by Brad. Messages sent to liquid banks. So, Citibank and HSBC are, essentially, the top 2 JPMS. There are 3 major banks that provide liquidity. Swift communication also involves notifying financial institutions to disburse funds and checking that debits and credits balance out. We're competing with the likes of Citi and Swift, but since we provide both message and liquidity, we're actually just competing with ourselves. Banks are partnering with Ripple not only to take advantage of the on-demand liquidity they provide, but also because of the dual functionality of their messaging and liquidity services. Then there's the rumor that Citi is re-evaluating its Monteco agreement and having discussions with alternative cryptocurrency custodians. Citi, however, is still collaborating with other Ripple partners, as evidenced by the statement that Citibank is expanding its cooperation with Ripple and the Ripple-powered Volante's Volpay. That declaration has to be developed, and buttons based on it need to be made. I just posted a video on XLM in which I discuss IBM's next employee and how one of my collaborators, Stellar, has apparently left the company and is now a rival. But it happens all the time with all these cryptos. This is why I insist that you keep hanging on to your XRP. Put off the FUD and keep your spirits up. Don't worry about achieving financial independence just yet, Ben. If you can tune out the distractions, you can expect the unexpected at any point along the road. As the XRP army awaits the verdict, a crypto lawyer involved in the Ripple litigation explains why a ruling in the SEC case is so close. Now, one of the things he's emphasizing here concerns Judge Torres. Okay, he agrees, so she was corrupted while working for the SEC, he says. She would never have given out the private Hinman emails they battled so hard to protect. However, skeptics later claimed that she merely pretended to be light-skinned. Johnny Depp then asked again, are you really going to sit there and say, oh, she did that just to give an appearance that she's fair? Get real. Let's face facts, shall we? Please, let's return to the actual world and stop living in the metaverse. And immediately away, folks, because we don't get a verdict fast enough. Both parties anticipate the worst. And when you assume things about me and you end up making fools of both of us. Dean did conclude, though, that the SEC might file an appeal if the judgment went against them. Given the significance of the case and the likelihood that it will go to the U.S. Supreme Court, the judge will take necessary time before making a final ruling, are aware that the Second Circuit and other high-ranking judges will closely examine it. If the SEC wins, it may still decide to appeal or negotiate with Ripple. Thus, a future judge may consider her ruling, whatever it may be. And that might be part of the delay. I repeat that I am not making any assumptions. However, I wish this judge will step forward and put an end to this already drawn-out process. Conveniently trade cryptocurrency for Xrp Xumm has implemented swap.io's ease of use. Thus, we at Xrp Labs are pleased to introduce the latest updates to the Xumm platform. We have implemented Simple Swap.io as an X app, providing a streamlined process for exchanging different cryptocurrencies for Xrp. However, at the moment, this integration only enables incoming swaps from crypto to Xrp. Our dedication to keeping things safe for our users led us to make this choice. This latest update provides a streamlined and clear method, making it easier than ever to convert coins into TextRP and integrate them into the Xrp Ledger ecosystem. Xumm has received yet another fantastic update. And we're at a period where, if Xrp takes off, as I've mentioned in several videos, I don't think we'll be cashing out into USD. I think at that point, you won't want to, and you'll look at other choices. In addition, you need to consider potential passive revenue streams in the future. Keep it in mind. Earning money without actively working is the best strategy. You get to keep what you have right now, and a regular sum of money is paid to you every month. And if you want to get your hands on the money, you'd better figure out how to make it work for you. Otherwise, you'll burn through the money and have to start looking for the next big thing all over again. You need to use extreme caution when selling Xrp. What I'm getting at is this. Because I keep hearing people say things like, I can't wait to buy the a Lumbo, I can't wait to buy a mansion, but that kind of money can go a long way when inflation is high. Since I also believe that hyperinflation is inevitable at some point in the future, holding Xrp will be advantageous then. You could probably use that to your advantage in some way, since technology is continually developing. And we were allowed to follow the latest developments. By investing in our own education, we ensure that we will be able to maintain our independence financially and keep all of the money we earn in the future. That's all I have to say for this video. Please accept my gratitude for tuning in. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next one. Bye.